Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good Monday morning. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brandon Libby. We have a Storm Track 7 yellow alert day and almost a borderline red alert day for two reasons. The extreme heat that continues on from the weekend and the chance for some severe storms. Both of those peaking this afternoon and evening for areas along and south of Highway 20. So let's start with the heat. It's going to be a heat advisory that will go into effect between 1 and 8 p.m. for most areas along and south of Highway 20. It's mainly the Quad Cities Weather Service office that is on board with that. Des Moines, not so much for those Highway 20 areas, but I do think there should be one maybe for Black Hawk County, Grundy, and Tama County. Heat indices this afternoon peaking between 105 and 110, so it's going to be quite nasty out there as temperatures will top out in the low to mid 90s, and then the dew points get back into the mid 70s. So as you go throughout this morning, already feeling close to 90 there already by about 9 or 10 a.m. Into the early afternoon, there you see the triple digits becoming more widespread, and again, some chances to get even up to 110. I think the best chance for that will be along and south of I-80, closer to 105 up to about Highway 20. Still warm and humid in the north, just not as dangerous, so to speak, maybe feeling more so like the 90s. Those storms develop pretty quickly, and it will bring some relief from the heat and humidity, but obviously a very dynamic situation. That heat and humidity leading to a lot of instability and moisture for those storms to work with. And then, of course, we're going to have this weak cold front that will kind of drop in from the north. It's going to provide the lift to tap into that instability, and things could get going pretty quickly with a level 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather up to about Highway 20. It's going to be a level 2 out of 5 further off to the north. And the main threat here with storms that develop will be some significant straight line winds that could be greater than that base severe criteria of 60 miles per hour, but we're talking maybe the chance for 70 to maybe even 80 mile per hour wind gusts. Otherwise, a few tornadoes can't be ruled out. It's a lower secondary threat, and the overall large hail threat looks to be fairly low with this event here today. Now, a little bit of uncertainty with some clouds and maybe a little bit of rain that could track in from Minnesota this morning. That may scrape across our northern counties, and that could have an impact on the timing and location of the afternoon round of storms. But what's most likely to happen, again, as you go to about 3 or 4 p.m., you see some more activity tracking in and then really just kind of exploding along that Highway 20 corridor. And that's going to develop that solid line of storms that will likely start to bow out a little bit. Once you see that bowing or the C kind of shape, well, that's when you know there's going to be some pretty strong winds associated with that. And that will likely move to the south as we go throughout the evening commute. 6 p.m. still anywhere along and south of Highway 30 there. And I think a lot of it will track out by about 8 or 10 p.m. And once that is through, I mean, we're dry for tonight, and the rest of the week looks to be pretty nice overall. Look at what happens to the dew points. After today, those awful dew points will turn into more slightly humid conditions, but then for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I mean, dew points in the 50s. You don't get that too often in July. It's going to feel great, and that will come with some cooler temperatures too. Highs today, though, 80s in the north, the low to mid 90s in the south. So again, feeling like the triple digits with that southwest wind that will help the atmosphere recover, even if we get some morning activity throughout the viewing area. And then into tonight, once the storms clear, well, we'll look at partly cloudy skies and lows about the mid 60s into the low 70s. But look at what's on the way for tomorrow, more so the low to mid 80s. So more seasonal for tomorrow as the humidity drops with that north wind, and will be partly cloudy. And we'll continue that trend into the rest of the week. Wednesday, mostly sunny, a lot of us in the 70s for high temperatures, and looking great there for Thursday and Friday as well. Still dry throughout the weekend, partly cloudy, low 80s. We'll have a few more rain chances into next week.